So if we spawn on this side, kind of how we're going to play it and some of the call-outs
Team deathmatch.
and positions.
Jackal,
So as we start
let's
here,
hunt.
this two-story building right near our spawn, we're going to call this Alamo. If there's a building in any of the games that is way back in the spawn, and it's kind of the last stand, it's usually going to be called Alamo. So this building here is going to be called Alamo. We're going to put 2 players in it. All right, one of them is basically a cave player, but also is able to help with left side, which we're calling runes. So just to clarify, what you see out here to the immediate front of our spawn or left of our spawn is what we're calling runes. So notice the buildings all are runed. Just to simplify the call out, if they're coming from this direction, it is runes. So one player is going to be focused on the runes, primarily from this Alamo position. There's a multitude of ways to do it. Make sure to watch the other video, and I probably went over a few of them. But that's runes. The other player is going to keep himself available to quickly cover runes in case they need help, or if runes player were to die. But primarily his job is going to be to focus on looking down what is called right side of the cave. So you're looking through the sandbags and to right side of cave. Make sure you got at least a 4-time scope. I wouldn't recommend having anything reflective. But if for whatever reason rune side needs to be looked at, you're able to do so quickly. If our player that plays here, which is called pickup truck, dies, you can also cover this particular entryway decently. Not perfectly, but you're a quick fill. So, 2 players in the Alamo. Gonna blow this truck up. Our other player, his job, and you can play it here, but you could be exposing yourself slightly to the left depending on how they're playing. But your job is to look basically through these doors at yellow building. And your other responsibility is keep people from going from this side towards the cave. But primarily, basically, you sit here and you shoot at the doorway. As they come out, you shoot them. So this is pickup truck player. And obviously you're keeping them from running through this part and coming into our spawn and shooting us on the back. If things are really going bad and we need callouts, just know that this entryway here in this area is called pickup truck. This entryway here, if they're coming out of this general area, this is called sandbags. And this right hand side, or the far right here, this is tunnel. So if you need a call out as to where they're generally going, just know you've got runes way down there. You've got pickup truck near that entryway. This is the sandbags entryway, and that's the tunnel. Now we're going to go into the cave and clarify what we call out stuff in here. For our primary hold spot points are going to be right here. So this is left cave, furthest back left. Move forward a little bit. This will be middle cave, and it's basically anything in this general area here. Whether they're coming out of here or here, this is middle cave. And then finally, when you're looking down this way, this is right cave. So right, middle, and left cave. We've got a few guys that have played these positions and have been crossing it up pretty readily. Remember that one Alamo player? He was actually looking, the Alamo player that's looking caves, he's actually looking all the way down this right hand side. So with 2 guns looking down right, that's going to be covered very well. It wouldn't hurt to have another player play in this general area, because anyone that came from middle, right in this general side, and went this way, or try to get into our cave, is going to be killed trying to cross this line of fire. And you got a really good angle down there towards the back right of the cave. So that's now 3 guns, 2 to 3 guns looking right side and crossing up the middle. And then finally having one player somewhere able to kind of look towards center. Just realize they can jump up and kind of get a view above these green electrical, whatever this equipment is. You can jump up on this stuff and get some weird angles in here. Just be aware of that. But if we cross up this cave, we're trying to cross up middle area and right hand side. And then no one should really make it through this left hand side. The reason we have a player looking this way is because their responsibility is to keep the enemy from coming from over here and kind of sneaking up this way and getting shots on either the Alamo players, which if that one Alamo player that's on that ledge can't get hit, but the Alamo player that could be up in these windows shooting towards the rune side could. And also sneaking up and getting shots, obviously, on the pickup truck. So, ideally, having this player play in the cave serves a couple purposes. One, and depending on how it's played, you should be able to pretty much do whatever you want over here, because there's so many guns looking far right, and also one pretty up close, probably looking towards the center. So you should be able to play this from a multitude of different ways, but realize you're looking, that's technically the runes building back there. So I'm shooting through the doorway of runes building, so you're hitting that. Anyone that's coming down this pathway, trying to sneak up this way and get angles, you're hitting that. Obviously to your immediate right is the doorway, so if your pickup truck player were to go down or something, you've got that covered still. They're not going to be able to get, you know, towards pickup truck side or even into the cave because you're here. But your primary goal is to keep people from sneaking up on pickup truck player and on Alamo player, and obviously from getting in the cave through what we're calling left cave entrance. Okay, so that's pretty much a rundown of the call-outs for the different entryways into the cave. Jump up this high. You can play this position from this general area. I'd recommend kind of zooming in this general spot, because that way you can see if they're coming around anywhere in this area, or if they're up in top of the Alamo building, or if they're coming down the pathway. But yes, get creative, figure out your spot. Once you get assigned a position, it's going to be your job to kind of figure out the best way to play it, and hopefully down the line, once we figure out, you know, the most practical ways to play positions, I'd hope that I can basically let you make a video on how you best play your spot, and we can all watch and learn from it, because you're going to be the best at your spot once you get in that spot. And eventually I want to be able to rotate guys into multiple spots, and that way, you know, guys don't get bored playing the same position every day. I don't mind doing that, and I'll play the stupid spots, but, you know, I want to keep it fresh for everybody. So the other reason I recommend this player, the left cave player, plays inside the cave, is you are a really quick fill for the cave if it goes down. So you can go from looking here to looking here. Radical Scotty, one of our players, came up with an idea that you can play out here and kind of look this way. You can shoot people at those barrels, you can shoot them as they come sneaking across, and if your pickup truck guy dies, you are in position to cover this still. It is difficult to see, however, if they're coming out of these doorways, so you might need to jump down and get a better angle. But this does cover the position. You're not necessarily looking out towards the runes from inside the cave, so you could have people shooting into left cave from runes in that general area. But just be aware, or let your cave players know that, hey, you're out by the sandbag, and that's where you're covering this from. And then, finally, if cave were to go down, you could come out here like this and quickly cover this way as well. So you are in good position, you know, to do your job a little bit more defensively, but you're still doing your job. You can cover pickup truck in case they go down. You can even cover left very defensively in case that needs help. And then if cave needs help, which is your job, you are left cave, then you can still cover that as well. So just a few things we pointed out today, and I just wanted to go over so we're all on the same page. So thanks again for watching the video. Thank you for all you guys that spent the time in lobby, in a private game, going over this stuff so we could play this map better. I think we had a pretty successful night, all things considered, and I hope to continue forward finding the guys that want to play this, that have the time to do so, and are willing to put the effort in. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like the video, comment down below, and that way I know you're watching it. Also, leave comments that are, if you point something out, bring it up, put it in the comments section. We're not going to get better if I'm the only one pointing this stuff out. So I'm going to forget things or leave things out. Put those comments in, that way we can all learn together. Alright guys, have a good night.
30 seconds. Time's up.